Gary Cynfeld Cyber Job Hunt Comedy Special. Welcome everyone to a comedy bit about finding a cybersecurity job in 2025. You know, they told us get a cyber degree to get a cyber job. They just forgot to mention that Doge might be removing half the government jobs, AI might take the other half, and apparently only Fortune 500 companies actually hire cyber people. Let's talk about the skills gap versus the job gap. Everyone says there's 1 million open cyber jobs, but somehow every posting requires 15 years of experience with technology that was invented last week. They want you to be an expert in cloud security, but also know mainframes, speak fluent Python, and somehow have a PhD in reading the minds of hackers. It's like they're looking for a cybersecurity unicorn that doesn't exist. And don't get me started on the experience paradox. You need experience to get a job, but you need a job to get experience. It's like trying to get into a nightclub where the bouncer says, sorry, you need to already be inside to get in. Now let's discuss degrees, certifications, and experience. They say you need a computer science degree, but then the job posting says, or equivalent experience. What's equivalent experience? Watching Mr. Robot, everyone's obsessed with certifications. CISP, CISM, CEH. It's like alphabet soup, but more expensive and less nutritious. You spend more on cert exams than most people spend on their car. And they want you to have hands-on experience, but somehow clicking through CBT Nuggets videos doesn't count as hands-on. Apparently my hands need to be on actual keyboards, not just hovering over the skip button. Let's address diversity and imposter syndrome. The cyber industry says we need more diversity, then interviews you with a panel of 5 guys named Dave, who all went to the same engineering school. And imposter syndrome in cyber is real. You spend half your time thinking you don't know enough, and the other half realizing that nobody else knows what they're doing either. We're all just Googling error messages and hoping for the best. The best part is when they ask if you're passionate about cybersecurity. Yeah, I'm passionate about not getting hacked, paying my rent, and someday understanding what zero trust actually means. Now, networks versus applications. They want you to specialize, but also be a generalist. You need to know everything about firewalls, but also web apps, but also cloud, but also mobile, but also IoT. They say pick a lane, then immediately ask why you don't know about the other 17 lanes. It's like being a doctor who specializes in hearts. But the hospital expects you to also do brain surgery and deliver babies. And somehow, you're supposed to understand both the business side and the technical side. So you need to speak fluent C-suite and fluent command line. Good luck explaining SQL injection to the CFO. Let's talk cyber internships. Companies say they want fresh talent, then offer unpaid internships that require 3 years of experience. It's like saying we want beginners, but only if they're already experts. The best internship postings say must be currently enrolled in school and available 40 hours per week, because apparently students don't need to attend classes, sleep, or eat. And they want you to be grateful for the opportunity to work for free while learning skills you could get from YouTube. Thanks for the privilege of debugging your legacy code for college credit. Now, leadership and pay. They want you to have leadership experience, but entry-level positions don't give you anyone to lead except maybe the office printer. The salary ranges are hilarious. $50,000 to $150,000, depending on experience. That's not a range, that's a lottery. What am I, a cybersecurity slot machine? And they say cyber pays well, but then the job posting says competitive salary, which usually means we'll pay you just enough that you won't quit immediately. Let's finish with cyber recruiters. They reach out on LinkedIn with opportunities that are perfect for you, except they're in a different state, require skills you don't have, and pay in exposure. Recruiters love buzzwords. They're looking for a cyber ninja rockstar who's also a team player. I'm sorry, but ninjas work alone. Rockstars have egos, and team players don't usually throw smoke bombs. Finding jobs on LinkedIn is its own adventure. Every posting has been reposted by 17 different recruiting companies, so you apply to the same job 12 times without realizing it. And the interview process. They make you do a technical interview, a behavioral interview, a panel interview, and then ask you to present your 90-day plan for a job you don't have yet. But here's my favorite story. I actually got interviewed by an AI chatbot for a cybersecurity position. The AI asked me about my experience with machine learning in security, and I explained my background. I got the job. Plot twist. Now that same AI works for me as my assistant. Turns out it was better at hiring than most human managers, and it never asks me to work weekends. Thanks everyone for coming out tonight. If you enjoyed this cyber job hunt comedy special, please like and subscribe to the channel. And remember, finding a cyber job is like incident response. It takes longer than expected, costs more than budgeted, and somehow everyone blames the user. That's a win. Thanks for watching Gary Cynfeld's Cyber Job Hunt Comedy Special.